In this video, I will talk about emotional control. Think with me. Your emotions are chemicals. The anger you feel, the love you experience, the satisfaction of life, all of this is controlled by your mind, by your brain. These feelings are created in different parts of the brain, and because they are generated there, you can control them. You won't be able to master them completely, but you can contain them so that they don't have as much effect on your body. Now you might think, do I need to become a machine or a robot? No, on the contrary, the more you live and enjoy life, the better. But in life, you need to have discipline. There are times when showing your anger can ruin your plans. Similarly, if you let your emotions get the best of you, you could suffer a great fall. This is because emotions can betray and harm us instead of helping us. And this is precisely the danger I want you to avoid. For this reason, in this video, I have prepared some essential tips to help you better understand and control your emotions. So let's get to the point of the video. The first tip I give you is this. You need to know when to isolate yourself when necessary. When you feel anger or rage, it's not something that comes out of nowhere. It doesn't depend on someone's attitude or something that happened during the day. On the contrary, anger accumulates without you realizing it. Many times, anger stems from a buildup of situations over a certain period of time. So, if you recently experienced intense anger, something that made you enormously upset could have been accumulating. And because you've gone through other moments that stressed you out, it reached a point where you couldn't contain it, and you ended up exploding. But do you see? The start of this buildup was gradual. Generally, this is what happens. You accumulate tension day after day, but you don't notice it. So don't continue accumulating stress or pressure, and don't keep thinking that everything is fine, that the next day you'll be okay again, because it's not like that. The anger will stay there, latent, dormant, and the more you let it grow, the worse it will be when you lose control. Believe me, it's like a time bomb. One day something might happen that wouldn't even make you that angry, but it will trigger that anger, and you'll end up doing something foolish because of it. Because if you let that anger accumulate, you'll let that tension get stuck in you. So how do you solve this? How do you avoid that tension from building up? It's simple. Every week, try to do something that relaxes you, that releases your tension. It could be an hour of intense exercise, a video game, cooking, reading a book. This is something personal. It has to be something that works as therapy for you, something you know will relax you. Do it regularly at some point during the week. Even if you don't have much time, force yourself to do it. Organize your schedule if necessary, because believe me, after doing it, you'll feel renewed. You'll be able to release all that tension that has accumulated over the days of the week, and by doing this, you ensure that anger won't catch you by surprise, and that at no point will you lose control because of this emotion. Another thing you can do is to have a thought, an idea that makes you reflect on whether it's worth letting your emotions control you. Because if you notice when you're nervous and angry, thinking about saying or doing something foolish to someone, there's always a moment when you can calm down and think, wait, is it worth doing this or not? But when you're under the influence of emotions, you normally answer yes right away and end up doing what could be a big mistake. It's in that time gap that, in any case, you should take a deep breath and ask yourself, am I being rational at this moment? And why do I say that acting with reason is always the best option? Because think with me, your reputation is like a building. You start with the foundation, build the base, erect the pillars, begin with the first floor, and slowly move forward. However, if you lose your patience and take a certain action, that action could cause the destruction of a part of your building, and you'll have to rebuild it again. Or worse, there could be cases where the entire building gets completely ruined, meaning when your reputation is so damaged that it's difficult to reverse the situation. It's really complicated to lose emotional control, so implant this thought. Think of your reputation as a building, and then imagine that building when you feel like doing something that you know could end up being a huge mistake. I guarantee that the chances of stopping yourself will be higher because your reputation is very important, and you need to take care of it. The third tip is to always maintain good humor, and this is essential. You will use good humor to have emotional control. In other words, you will use one emotion, one feeling, to contain other feelings. And how do you do it? First of all, good humor is a feeling that helps you a lot in your day. It makes you more productive, keeps you away from negative thoughts, and even gives you more life for your own life. So, it's really effective, but how do you stay in a good mood? After all, days can be stressful. Well, you just need to do one thing. When you wake up in the morning, reflect on how good your life is. But what if my life is terrible? What if I have many problems? Then I'll tell you just one thing. Is your health okay? Do you have a bed to sleep in? Do you have a roof over your head? Then start from there. Analyze everything you have that is good. Think about what you have, things that many people don't have access to, because just the simple act of reflecting on this will give you a boost, and you'll see how lucky you are to have the little you have. You'll see that something simple for you is actually something extraordinary, and this will change your mood, I'm sure of it.